What's your customer journey? This is a question you should be able to answer right away. In this video, we're going to look at how you can visualize and organize that journey using a marketing funnel. When you're marketing your online classes, or any service really, you need to understand each step your customer takes throughout the process. This allows you to plan effectively and also to locate and work on any problem areas. A marketing funnel is a way to visualize the process of moving people from leads into customers. You can break down the stages in lots of different ways, but today we're going to break it down like this: awareness, consideration, conversion, loyalty, and advocacy. Let's briefly explain each step, and then I'd like you to get a pen and paper so we can get a bit interactive. So, awareness is where the lead hears about you. It's their first exposure to your brand through advertising, word of mouth, etc. We refer to this as top of funnel. The bright stars amongst you will have noticed that this is the widest stage. So as we move through the funnel, you're obviously going to be losing some people. In a perfect world, this would be a marketing tube with every person enters at the top, comes out at the bottom. A decision here is whether you want to cast a very wide net or focus your initial exposure on a key demographic. Next up is consideration. This is a stage in which prospective students are weighing up their options. It might be as simple as reading the FAQ and pricing details on your website, or as involved as doing a free trial class. Closely after that comes conversion. This is where a lead becomes a customer. We don't want to think about this as just like the threshold that the customer passes through. It encompasses the whole conversion process. This is where you might need to work to convince a student to sign up to your classes. After that, you've made a sale, you now have a student, so congratulations. But it doesn't stop there. Loyalty basically means keeping your students happy. This is where you need to deliver the goods. Be aware that there's more to this than just being a good teacher. You need to think about customer service, catering for your students' needs in class and out, the quality of the platform you use to deliver classes, the reliability of your booking system, the ease of use for the student, and the suitability of those platforms and systems for your particular needs. So, advocacy. An advocate is a happy student who's willing to recommend your classes. This is the single most powerful marketing tool you can have. The advocacy might come in the form of word-of-mouth recommendations, an incentivized referral scheme, or something as simple as giving you a testimonial for your website. The objective here is that the bottom of your funnel starts to feed back into the top. Do it right, and you'll build up some significant momentum from student advocacy, reducing the amount of time and money you need to put into every other stage of your funnel. All right, as promised, it's time for a little interactive brainstorming activity. I've got a page here with 5 rows and 2 columns. Let's go through each stage of the funnel, and I'd like you to map your customer journey as they move along. We're looking for 2 things: obstacles and opportunities. So basically, what stumbling blocks might get in the way of my customer's journey, and what steps could I be taking to hasten them on to the next step? At top of funnel, awareness. Where could I hear about you? If I was to Google business English classes or chemistry tutor, would I find you? Would I hear about you from a friend of mine or even a friend of yours? Think about all the paid and free advertising you could be doing here. Remember to keep it viable. A larger school can afford to put a few hundred into Facebook or Google ads, but an individual teacher should try a more grassroots approach at first. In terms of obstacles, and we mean obstacles for the customer here, not for you, what about competition? Who are your direct competitors who might be drowning out or clouding out your messaging and preventing potential students from hearing about you? Consideration. So, I've arrived at your website, your Facebook page, your LinkedIn profile. Now what? Everywhere exposed to leads at the awareness stage is a touch point and a potential opportunity to give them some information to consider. So, obstacles? Do you make it easy for me to find that information? Remember, at this point, your leads are not very invested, so every click is a potential obstacle. You have to keep your messaging front and center. What service are you offering? Why is it good? How much does it cost? See where your leads might lose interest and how you can simplify and streamline the process. Conversion is really an extension of that. Now I've got a potential student who has expressed interest. What can I do to get them over the line? How can I get my best argument across without being inconvenient or taking a long time? This is your opportunity to show off how easy it is to work with you. Maybe you offer a free demo class, a 15-minute video consultation, offer a refund on their first class if not satisfied. Again, every click can be an obstacle, so if they're going to book with you, make sure it's easy to do so. Again, at this point, they're still not fully invested. They've only invested like a little time, and they don't owe you anything. Try not to smother people and annoy them, but don't let leads go cold at this stage. A systemized or even automated sequence of follow-up emails is the least you should be doing to ensure that as few leads slip through the cracks as possible. Loyalty. Now it gets interesting. Every obstacle here is a potential opportunity. If you can improve your service without overspending, you should definitely do so. Look at every area of the student experience. How do they book classes? How are the classes delivered? Is the platform you use suitable, convenient? What happens if there's a problem? Do you have a fair and clear refund policy? Do they feel like you care? Do you check in with them regularly? Finally, and you're going to have to be personal and honest with yourself here, are you being the best teacher you can be? Try to self-analyze. Are there areas you can improve? There are so many places you can go online for free or paid professional development courses. Personally, I think that as a teacher, you can never stand still. You should always be learning and figuring out new ways to convey information to different types of learners. Finally, advocacy. So here we're going to assume, and I hope it's true, that you do have some happy students. How can you leverage them? If they really are happy with you, it's often as simple as asking. So every happy student could be a willing advocate. Those are your opportunities. What about method? How do you want them to spread the word? Be specific, because a vague request is always an obstacle. If you want them to recommend you to friends, maybe offer a free class for a friend who signs up. If you want testimonials, send them a simple form to fill out so it's quick, easy, and a painless process. Okay, so I'm really hoping that you guys now have a piece of paper with 10 boxes, 2 for each stage of our funnel, and a list of opportunities and obstacles that you can work on improving. So what next? Well, go! Look through your list, see what's immediately actionable and do it. See what might take some time and schedule it. See what might take some investment and budget for it. I do hope you found this brainstorming exercise useful, but tell me what you think. Did I inspire an epiphany? Did you struggle to get anything worthwhile down on paper? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more tips and tricks on how to get more students. Have a good week, and as always, happy teaching.